Hello, Blogland. Chastita Baba Marta. That is the holiday on March 1st here, which is Martenitsa, and I guess that means Happy Grandmother March. And it's definitely my favorite holiday in Bulgaria. And what you do is that everyone gives each other these red bracelets. Yeah, they're kind of like friendship bracelets, but these things are these little dolls. They're like an item of, there's some tradition from Bulgarian folklore, and as you can see, I've got them like all over my shirt because today's students gave me a ton of them. And anyway, so they're the red and white, I guess, they symbolize that they're supposed to bring you luck and health and happiness and whatever else, or as my colleagues say, many boyfriends, although I don't feel like that's something that I need right now. Anyway, but what you're supposed to do is when you see your first stork, you put your Martenitsa on the nearest tree. And so in a couple weeks, or around April, you'll see tons of Martenitsas in single trees, and it's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's my favorite holiday because who doesn't love a holiday where you basically give out friendship bracelets or wear jewelry? But as such with Martenitsa, there also is lots of festivals called the Kukeri festivals around Bulgaria, and so we went down south near the border of Greece in the Rhodope Mountains to a festival in Shiroka Luka, the Kukeri festival. And what this is basically it's kind of like Halloween in a way where everyone dresses up in ridiculous costumes, but it's to scare off winter. And these costumes are unbelievable. And I love a costume party, and I love that Bulgaria has a holiday with costumes. But you'll see things made out of like actual cow heads, and they're scary, like totally creepy. Anyway, it was a good time, full of craziness. It was a long weekend also because Bulgarian Independence Day from the Turkish yoke was yesterday on the 3rd of March, and so we had a long weekend. And yeah, so the festival is fantastic, and I think it was one of my favorite trips in Bulgaria so far. But this holiday is always great because after this it means that it's going to get warmer and the sun is going to shine more, and that's great because last week, 2 weeks ago, we had like 1.5 feet, 2 feet of snow, and so that was not fun. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to spring. And outside of festival hopping and giving friendship bracelets, I've been pretty busy writing a grant project proposal and teaching dance classes, which has been fun, tiring but fun. And it's one thing to yell over kids all day at school, but it's another to yell over them at dance class when they're supposed to be having a good time. But I have to say, no, you cannot dance like Pussycat Dolls, and no, we're not going to do a dance to Beyonce. But it's good, and we're preparing for the school festival, which should be interesting, that I have to actually present some work. I'm not a choreographer, never have been, and not even so much of a dancer anymore, but it's just something fun. But we'll see how it goes. It's something new for them, and the style of dance and the way that I hold classes is something completely different, although they are the laziest kids I've ever seen. After 5 minutes of like stretching or doing the grapevine, they're like, Miss Amy, we need to drink water. And I'm thinking, man, when I was in their age, they're like 5th and 6th graders. When I was their age, I was on drill team, and I was like getting demerits if I was like not, doing something right, or high kicking or running laps if I was late. So anyway, different times, different world. Anyway, it's been pretty good, and I'm excited for the months to come. It's finishing up here, which is crazy. Spring break is coming, and off to Italy I go, and that should be fun. Miss Sarah Castleman is coming out to visit me. And I'm a little bit terrified for when the end of this comes, because I'm just now at the point where I feel like, all right, I'm pretty much happy. I'm trying to focus my energy into good things, and so I feel like it's been good, and I've been happy, and at the point where I finally feel like I got the hang of it, what I'm doing, and yeah, there's problems, but it's good, and yeah, it's just they always say that this happens at the Peace Corps. At the end of it, you finally feel you're at the point where you can actually do something and make a difference, and then you go, and I think it's just getting over the fear of lots of things and getting comfortable enough, and it really does take 2 years, and it doesn't take any sooner, but yeah, so I mean, it's like 3 years would be actually adequate for getting any sort of development work done, but as it is. But yeah, so I'm preparing for the next step, and I hope that all of you guys are well and know that I'm thinking about you often, and yeah, give me calls and emails and whatever else you do. And yeah, so have a good couple weeks.